Surya Saha, and welcome to the Insurtech podcast, the platform to spread knowledge on insurance innovation, digital disruption, and entrepreneurship. Our website, insurtechstory.com, and we are available on Spotify, Apple, and Google. Today, we are going to discuss on the topic how the future of employee health insurance is being rewritten by Insurtech. And for now, I'm delighted to welcome our guest, Yogesh Agarwal, who is the founder and CEO of Insurity. Insurity is a health tech and employee benefit organization disrupting the SME and startup healthcare market with technology and innovation. Yogesh, welcome on board.
First of all, thanks Surya for hosting us and giving a chance to speak on your channel. And it is really nice meeting you and nice meeting your audience. Effectively, just to give you a brief background about me, I am qualified actuary and a chartered accountant. Worked in India insurance sector over the last 11 years, predominantly on product design, insurance product pricing, insurance product implementation onto the system. Typically worked in different general insurance and health insurance companies. Then somewhere around April 2020, thought to start Onsurity with an intent that how can we bring healthcare and employee benefits to SMBs of India, which could be small and medium manufacturing units or a trading
Mhm.
units or a startup.
Right.
Because typically, from our experience, we have not seen companies providing those employee benefits to their employees. So,
Mhm.
how can we create a platform for that? And Onsurity, and that was the intent how we started Onsurity. Yeah.
Right. So effectively, your aim is to close the gap in the employee benefit and the wellness space. Of course, this is something which is kind of a, unique in the space of the Indian ecosystem because healthcare insurance is something very crucial when it comes to corporate and individual engagements, right? So, of course, great initiative and wishing you all the best. So, Yogesh,
Yes.
talking about our agenda for the day, it has been become crucial for insurance service providers to embrace the digital disruptions as more and more consumers look for an integrated digital experience, and especially in a generation that's been driven by the Gen Z, right? So, and the same applies for the healthcare segment of the insurance industry. So, noting this, how do you think InsurTech can make group health insurance more accessible and personalized? Any thoughts with
So,
some demonstration that you have come across will be definitely beneficial.
basically, Surya, how we understand it out is that when we talk about employee healthcare
Yeah.
and employee wellness, it's predominantly how we look at it is it's not only the insurance problem to solve for, because predominantly group health insurance or health insurance, which is provided by the employers, are
Hmm.
just one portion of the overall things what an employer provides when we talk about benefits. So typically, how we look at it is that different employers require a different kind of benefit structures for their
Yeah.
employees, and even different employees within the same organization expects complete different sets of benefits from their employers.
Yeah.
So typically, given that the employee benefit is not just an insurance problem, it's predominantly more health tech and benefits problem. So we are expecting that there will be one category that will come around, which will completely create this insurance and benefits or wellness into a single kitty and or a single package and provide it to the employers and employee, and everything needs to happen digitally, because all these employees or the customers, or in onsurity term what we see as members, they typically require the entire thing as a digital fulfillment with minimal paperwork or zero paperwork, as well as the utilizations of these benefits needs to have certain gamification elements also embedded. So that is where how we are looking at it from the future perspective, that there will be a lot of technology platform that will come around which will marry this entire concept of insurance and wellness put together in a single
Mhm.
digital journeys for the employees and the employees.
Right. Yeah. You know, large corporations have consistently included health insurance as one of their rewards packages, right? And they are continuously innovating on how to offer that better. But however, it's not the same when you look at the SMEs, right? The smaller business that operates in India, which surprisingly, or rather, which holds the major economic contribution. So, how do you think it differs from how large corporations would offer and how an SME would offer? How do you see InsurTech supporting such businesses?
So effectively, when we see that, so by the way, I will tell you about just a bit, some flavor about onshority and what we are trying to do. So
Right.
we are
Yeah.
predominantly creating a health tech platform and employee benefit platform for the SMBs. Our idea and our market research is basically suggesting that till now only 5% of the SMBs are providing health benefits and employee benefits to their employees. And when we have interviewed, talked to our SMB customers as well as done our market research, we have come out with a means with an observation that all these SMBs really wants to provide health benefits or employee benefits to their employees, but it was always a supply chain constraint that they always phased it out because typically the large insurance companies does not want to provide them directly,
Mhm.
and then smaller agents or brokers in the market also does not have the technical capability, or what I would say the tech capability to serve this entire fragmented market, because today also when a large corporate purchase their employee health insurance, there's a lot of to and fro of data exchanges that happens, and again for an insurance company and for an insurance broker as well, it's too costly to manage the operations of the large corporates employee benefit. And if the similar uh, operational activity that is required at an SMB level, then it would become operationally impossible or inefficient to go after this particular market. So that had always happened traditionally, that why good insurance brokers and insurance companies had not tapped into this particular market, because ultimately the operations cost of handling so much fragmented SMB was quite high. Secondly, again, these SMBs are quite differentiated, because it's not pretty straightforward as similar to a large corporates, because what in a large corporates, there's still a similarity what you can see it around, might be a software company will behave like a similar to all the ITS company will similar in a will behave in a similar segment. But when it comes to the SMB, there are so many different types of SMB, and then designing the right benefit structure for these SMB is cannot be only fulfilled, or those requirements, product design cannot be fulfilled by the insurers put together. It requires a lot of other benefits to be included. So, for example, I can tell you that today a typical health insurer or a general insurer can only offer a health insurance product or an accidental insurance product. And then for a life insurance product, the large corporate had to get it through another insurance company. And the same goes with the wellness benefits, which could include health checkups, which could include medicine, medicine benefits, or mental wellness, or any other benefits, which typically falls beyond the coverage of the insurance, which requires another wellness platform to fulfill those services. Now, for a large corporate, it becomes efficient way of working with these three different providers. But for a SMB, if they actually have to work for three different providers, their life will be very difficult. So effectively, these were the couple of reasons why SMB had not been able to provide healthcare to their employees. But now with the platforms like Onsurity who are coming around, they are being able to get the employee benefits for their employees very easily in a much more affordable manner. So, for example, we have converted this entire insurance plus benefit into a subscription based model where the employer can just pay a monthly subscription to us and get a good employee benefit package for their employees depending on what they actually require to get their employees benefited. So that is how we are being able to scale up, and also what we are seeing it out that technology will be an answer of taking the employee benefits to this entire fragmented market.
Right. You know, just out of curiosity, uh, the public sector in India has a different, set of things, a different way of doing things. They have their own health schemes for their employees and so on and so forth. But looking at the private sector, where the majority of Indian employment goes, uh, what do you think is the role of Insurtech there to actually transform that segment and facilitate seamless digital experience for customers, or rather than or I mean, the employees who are the end users?
Sure. So actually, that opportunity is quite massive for insurtechs and insurance companies to tap around, because see, ultimately, in India is the only is one of the among one of the few countries where there is no government mandated insurance for majority of our population, and effectively that gives a lot of big opportunity for insurtechs and benefit platform to actually create a highly efficient digital way of fulfillments of benefits to these employees who are actually looking after such kind of a product in a very simple and digital journey put together. So I guess this entire opportunity had been discovered and people are building their platforms, and most likely India Insurtechs and health benefit platform will do a better job or will actually make sure that this entire underpenetrated market or the market which does not have any format of an employee benefits or benefits they can actually take their products and platform to these particular segment of the customers.
Interesting. Uh, you know, l- to move on to a last point of discussion, can you tell us how a tech-enabled group health policy and wellness program can benefit employees? I mean, what exactly is the difference?
So when we talk about difference, the difference can be at a very micro level. So for example, today, if you are not a tech-enabled company, and
Mm,
I'm just giving you some example. Now, if you actually have to register a claim with your health insurance company, you need to download their claim form, you need to attach your medical receipts, medical bills, and then give it to the TPA, and then TPA will
yeah.
process it out. And sometimes would also require you to send the physical copies to the TPA. And for a customer who is so used to doing everything on their mobile phone, I think that journey has never been appreciated now. So now, how a tech-enabled platform can actually change the entire claims benefit journey for the customer? Because at the end of the day, all the things will boil down, be it like for an insurtech, insurance company, or benefit, is how good or how awesomely you are not only selling your product, but how awesomely you are delivering the benefits under your product. And
Hmm.
that is where the role of tech comes around, that how can you make sure that every process of your fulfillment is tech enabled, which will make sure that your entire operational cost can come down drastically. And similarly, the customer gets more real time value of the product or real time utilization of the product. And at the same time, if the cost structures are more efficient, then automatically the platforms or the insurance companies along with the platform can design benefits which are more economical and affordable for the customer. So effectively, the tech enabled platforms has a higher sense of responsibility, I would say, or high requirement of responsibility, that how can they disrupt the not only the purchase journey but also the fulfillment journey of these health policies and the wellness benefits. So for example,
Hmm.
it's still in India, there is no Swiggy equivalent or let's say Zepto equivalent wellness delivery platform. And that again gives us a quite potential for a tech enabled company to work with partners to make sure that they can fulfill their promises to their customers. And once the promises start getting fulfilled, then definitely the trust factor which is required to get built around all these employers and their employees will start coming in and will go into its own loop of growth.
Right. So, uh, we are, of course, talking about insurance, the health segment, and technology. Do you think insurance technology can actually, going forward, improve the health insurance penetration in India? Considering the overall penetration of insurance in India is pretty, uh, negligible in terms of the numbers and growth.
So absolutely. So first of all, even the technology or no technology, I would say, the penetration of India health insurance and health tech and health benefits will definitely start getting increased. And
Mhm.
technology will play a game changer because technology can make things more affordable and can actually reduce down lot of cost structures which are currently getting uh, wasted in the non tech journey. So, for
Mhm.
example, today also the cost of distribution of the health insurance product can be as high as 40-45% of the annualized premium. But
Right.
these cost structures will not work around in order to make the product affordable. So, just you imagine it out that the health insurance premium that you are paying it around. Insurance company had to shell out close to 40 to 45% just on the distribution of that product.
Right.
That means the product will not be more lucrative or more affordable for the customers to subscribe for. And this is where the technology will play a game changer. How can you reduce down the cost of distribution? Similarly, when we talk about cost of operations, insurance companies as well as different wellness providers doing things manually sometimes really require a lot of operational cost that gets shoot up, and those operational costs linearly grows as you linearly grows your number of customers and number of insured member base. So this is where how we look at it is that yes, the technology can play a game changer. So for today for um, example, today lot of gig platforms in the likes of Swiggy, Zomato, Zepto, they are providing health benefits to their delivery partners. And as soon as a delivery partner get onboarded onto their system, these delivery partners get the health benefits from different providers. And as soon as they leave the platform or stop delivering from for the platform, their benefits also get stopped for. This is only possible where an API structures or
Mhm.
tech-enabled structures had been followed around because the daily volume of getting new delivery partners and delivery partners leaving the platform is humongous. So
Right.
managing this entire workflow on a manual process is not possible, and that's why the technology had
Yeah.
actually enabled providers to launch products in a market which was completely ignored previously, and to launch the product in a more cost efficient manner. So that is where technology is helping, and will definitely as new government platforms. So for example, the NDHM that is getting generated, where the single platform is being getting created by the government, where the health information will be available, or the customer health information will be available to the insurers or the TPA at the customer consent. So now if that is possible, now the insurance company or does not have to incur a lot of cost on just conducting the health checkups and can rely on the unified health information of the customer. That goes from the underwriting side. Similarly, on the claim side, if a unified database is there, the customer does not even have to, let's say, submit their medical papers. Insurers can extract those medical information or medical bills
Mhm.
from the unified system, of course at a consent of the customer. So that will really reduce down lot of cost that is involved, and also help the insurer to open for new experimentation, because now they are having more data elements and more process elements to launch and monitor the product success and failure.
Right. So, just to summarize, will that be right to say that essentially technology will help health insurances in three ways? Number one being certainly on the pricing aspect. Number two being on uh, improving the accessibility or the distribution streamlining, and the third being enhancing on the customer experience.
Absolutely.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, Yogesh. A fantastic discussion, and thank you for sharing your thoughts today. It was a true delight to have you as our guest.
Thanks, Surya, for hosting us.
And lastly, to wrap this up, thank you for listening and see you at our next episode. Take care and stay safe. Goodbye for now.